Hey Gems! Today I'm going to share with you my top picks for fall, and now that we are completely in the fall season, I have been loving some of these products, so I wanted to share them with you. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is your skin, and as we move in from summer to fall, there's not as much humidity in the air, so your skin is going to get drier. So the very first thing that you always should do, whether you have oily skin or dry skin or combination, is moisturize. And the one that I'm going to share with you guys is from the Balm, and this is called Time Balm. It is a white little cream, and I love this stuff. It is a little bit more on the expensive side, but you can always find dupes. This is just the one I've been loving as we transition from summer to fall. Normally what I use is my Clean and Clear Morning Burst Moisturizer, which I still love, but as we transition from summer to fall, I've been finding that my skin is actually getting a little bit drier. And this just moisturizes my skin so well. It is a little bit more on the expensive side, but you can always find dupes for it. But this is something that I've absolutely been loving. Next, just like you moisturize your face, you want to moisturize your lips. And I choose the EOS balls because these are amazing. I found that these are some of the best moisturizers for my lips because I can put this on at night and in the morning my lips are still moisturized and there is still some lip balm left over. So I can apply this maybe twice a day and my lips are completely moisturized for the entire day. And they're super affordable, which is awesome. So next I'm going to move into foundations, and since we are no longer, a lot of us aren't going to be fake tanning, or, we're not out in the sun as much since it's getting colder, you want to adjust your foundation because you don't want to use the same foundation that you've been using in the summertime in the fall and the winter. So I have a couple foundations. Normally I love my L'Oreal True Match, and the color that I have right now is starting to become a little bit dark on me because I'm not selfless tanning. So I have gone back to probably one of my absolute favorites, and it's still an absolute favorite of mine, and this is the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation, and I'm in the color 120 Ivory. This has about a medium coverage, and the smell of it is so, I love it. It's got a very fresh, clean smell to it. And this comes in a a big array of colors and shades. So everybody is going to be able to find a shade that works for them. Also, one thing I will say about this foundation is that it is more on the dewy finish side. Now personally, since I have oily skin, I don't like a dewy finish because it just makes me look oily. So what I would suggest, if you have oily skin and you still want to try this foundation, I would say absolutely go ahead. I would just set it with a powder. Now, one that you probably won't have to set with a powder is the L'Oreal Paris Magic Nude Liquid to Powder Foundation. This has, I don't know if you can hear that, it's almost like water. It is very, very thin. People with oily skin are absolutely going to love this foundation because it does dry to a powder finish. I still powder anyways because I do have very oily skin, but this is a fantastic foundation. If you have combination to oily skin, this is going to be great for you. What I would suggest is using a damp beauty blender, or you can use the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to apply this. Or you can use a brush, but just be careful when you do pour it out onto the back of your hand. It is extremely watery, so just be careful of that. Also too, since you're not selfless tanning most likely in the fall and winter, you're going to want to change your concealer because just like your foundation, you match your concealer to your current skin tone. So I have chosen the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. This is a new concealer to me. Now, I still love my NYX Photogenic HD Concealer. I'm actually out of that right now, and I will always purchase that. But in the spring and summer, you're going to use a different concealer than when you would in this fall and the winter. So I have found this little guy, and I really do like it. It doesn't give me as much of a full coverage as the NYX one does, but it does a really, really good job, and it matches my skin tone currently. So that is why I like that. So Keeping with the face, the next thing you're going to want to think about is powder. Now, a lot of people just use translucent powder, and that's totally fine because that will take them through all the seasons. Now, if you do have a powder that does have some color to it, again, you don't want to use a powder that's too dark for you in the fall and winter as you would in the spring and summer. So one that I love is the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Powder Foundation. Now, mine is in 45 Light, and I'm so sad because I just hit pan on it. Very, very sad. But this is a fantastic foundation powder. I use it to just set my makeup with, and I like it because it does have a good amount of coverage. So on days where you really don't want to use foundation and powder, this might be a great little thing for you. You can get it at Sephora, and I'll put links to everything that I mentioned in the description box, so if you guys want to go and check anything out. Also, I do have a couple reviews on certain products that I will put in the description box for you guys as well. Alright, so moving on to eyes. Now, eyes are my absolute favorite part of makeup. Right now, a lot of berry kind of purpley colors are in right now, as well as the bronze and coppers and gold colors. Now, those are two of my absolute favorites, so I'm actually really excited to be playing with all of that right now because they're my current favorites. So the first thing is a little trio, and this is by Physicians Formula. This is their baked collection, and this is in baked berries. It's a beautiful little trio. The cool thing about this is you can actually use these wet or dry. If you use them wet, then you're going to get more of a metallic finish. If you use them dry, you'll get more of the kind of satin shimmery finish. So this is a great little trio, and you can get it at the drugstore, and it will give you a beautiful, beautiful finish on your eyes. Very pretty berry colors, and I will give you a little swatcheroony on these. They're pretty darn pigmented. You can see that right there. If you use them wet, they are going to become more pigmented as well. So that is those right there. Now, if you're going for more of like the taupey kind of colors, one thing, and I just hauled this, and I did do a makeup or breakup, which I'm going to be posting this. You guys probably have already seen it. It is from NYX, and it is the Butt Naked palette. Now, this is, I love the name of it, number one. You get 15 eyeshadows, and they're more on the neutral side, so that's why they call it Naked. It's kind of a play on the Urban Decay Naked palette. But you do get some nice mauve-y and plummy purpley colors in there as well. I did do a tutorial with this, and that should be up already as well, so you guys can go and check that out. The other thing I love about this palette is if you slide it down, it does come with 4 blushes, a bronzer, and 2 highlight colors, which I think is perfect. Now, like I said, I do have a full makeup or breakup on this, and I did do a tutorial, so if you guys want to check those videos out, I'll put links right here as well as in the description box. They'll open up other windows so you won't lose your spot in this one. But I love this because you can get a full look almost with this one little palette. You can do your eyes, your cheeks, contour, your highlight all in one. So this is a phenomenal palette, and I'm really, really excited to have it. Now, if you guys want to do more on the gold and coppery sides, I would absolutely suggest this little 6-pan palette. And again, this is by NYX, and this is called their Naturals palette. And you get 6 beautiful colors, and all the way from your very light to your very dark. So you can do an array of different looks just with this little guy. I am going to be doing a makeup or breakup on this as well very soon, so stay tuned for that. But I think this is the perfect little palette for fall because you can get so many different looks. And like I said, the coppery gold tones are in right now. So give that a try if you want to get that kind of look. So finishing with the eyes is, of course, mascara. And my 2 favorites right now are the new Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal Volume Express Mascara. And I was recommended this by Miss Jaclyn Hill, who is amazing. And this is what the brush looks like. Now, this is going to give you a lot of volume and not so much on length. It will lengthen your lashes a little bit, but it's going to give you a lot of volume, which is really in this season. Another one, which is a tried and true favorite, is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Mascara. You can get this at Walgreens for right around $3, or you can get it at Jordana.com, and I'll leave the links in the description box. This is truly my favorite drugstore mascara. I've had it I was introduced to this by Texas Mommy and Boys, who's a really good friend of mine, Ashley. I actually won one of these in a giveaway of hers, and ever since I have been absolutely obsessed with it. And this is, I believe, my third tube that I've bought in about a year. So I would absolutely recommend this mascara, and they do have a couple of different ones. This one is the volumizing mascara, and they do have a lengthening one, and I believe they have a waterproof version. Now this one technically is not waterproof, but I have cried and laughed and, you know, all that stuff through this mascara, and it has not budged. So that is another really awesome attribute of it. So moving on to cheeks, berry tones and more on the mauve side tones are so in right now, and it is the perfect season for it. So I have 3 different blushes, and the first one is what I have on my cheeks right now. This is a NYX powder blush in the color Cocoa. I love this. I've had this one for about a year, and it is just so beautiful on the cheeks, and these are very, very pigmented. I do have a Makeup or Breakup on the NYX blushes, so I'll link that in the description box if you guys want to take a look. So that one right there is NYX Cocoa. Now the next one I have is from Physicians Formula, and this is a Mineral Wear blush in the color Rosy Glow. These are so nice because they do have a little bit of different colors in them, but all you really do is just swirl it around, and it's going to give you a beautiful pinky, kind of on the mauve side, finish. So that one right there is Rosy Glow from Physicians Formula. And the last one I'm going to tell you guys about is from the Balm, and this is their In-Stain Blush in the color Swiss Dot. Now, this one is probably my favorite. It's very similar in the pan to Cocoa. I mean, this one is more on the kind of pinky reddish side, but as you can tell, they are somewhat similar. So this one, as it is called an in-stain blush, it does have a staining agent to it, so it will stay on the skin very, very well. So right there is Swiss Dot from the Balm. And of course, the last thing you're going to want for the fall season is some fall lips, and I have got 4 different lipsticks to show you guys and a lip liner. Now, reds and berries are always in every single fall season. Now, I actually had one of my subscribers, Captain Phillips, so if you're watching, hi! They actually told me that red lips have become my signature look and don't get rid of it. I never thought this time last year that I could ever pull off red lips, and as you guys have seen in numerous videos over the last few months, it really truly has become my signature look. So how I achieve it, I'm going to show you guys actually what I use for this lip right here. First, I use a lip liner, and this one is from Rimmel, and this is their Lasting Finish 1000 Kiss Stay On Lip Contouring Pencil in the color Wine number 061. So you can get this at the drugstore, and it is just a burgundy, nice kind of Merlot wine color. So what I do for my lips is I just outline my lips and color in with this pencil, and then I go on to my favorite, which if you guys have been around my channel for a little bit, you guys will know this is truly my favorite red lipstick of all time, and it is from NYX, and it is Alabama. It is one of their matte lipsticks, and oh my gosh, I love it that it's only $5, and this is just, oh, I'm telling you, it's my favorite. I wear this almost every day now, and I'm completely obsessed with it. So, NYX matte lipstick in Alabama, and that is right there. Then what I go over it with is another NYX product, and this is their Soft Matte Lip Cream in Monte Carlo, number SMLC10. And these are awesome. I love NYX matte lip colors. They are so pigmented, and they smell like cupcakes, which is even better. And once they set, they are not going to budge. So this little trio that I put on my lips every day pretty much never budges. I don't have to touch it up. Maybe have to touch it up maybe once every like 6 or 7 hours, but other than that, it stays. And it still keeps my lips moisturized, which is even better. So right there is Monte Carlo. Next one is a Revlon lip butter, and this one is in Red Velvet, number 040. I love this on days where I'm just running out and I want something on my lips, but I don't want it to be too intense. It is more on the sheer side, but it does give you a very, very pretty wash of color. So that one on the bottom right there is Revlon lip butter in, oh, I'm sorry, this is not a lip butter, this is a color burst. So the Revlon color burst in Red Velvet. So the last two are more on the plummy berry side. First one is from Mary Kay, and this one is called Mystic Plum. I love these because all you do is push down the top, and that's how you get it out, which is really cool. So this is definitely on the burgundy purpley side, and oh, it's so creamy and beautiful. Like, oh, I love it. The one thing I will say about the Mary Kay lipsticks is I found that they do not have really long lasting stay power. So that's just one thing to consider, but they are beautiful and they have a million different colors. The last lipstick I'm going to share with you guys is from CoverGirl, and it is called Euphoria, and it is number 360. That is what it looks like. So this one is very, very close to Mystic Plum from Mary Kay. You know what? I'd say that they are almost exact dupes. So right there is Euphoria from CoverGirl, and that one is Mystic Plum from Mary Kay. So if you're looking for a dupe for the Mary Kay one, try Euphoria from CoverGirl, because they are pretty darn close. So that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that little red button below and comment and subscribe. Become a member of the M's Gems family. Also, let me know in the comments what your guys' favorite picks for fall are, and if there's anything else you think that I should be trying out. I love you guys so much, and if you have any other video requests, please leave them in the comments, and I get back to every single person that comments on my videos. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!